On today's show, we're all rocking the red here, baby, because the Lord Stanley's Cup has been brought to D.C. Let's go, Caps, baby. We're all freaking out here. It's been a blast. Belly's got all kinds of reporting to do from downtown D.C. last night. He was there. He was with the crowd. He has videos for you. We've got all kinds of stuff to play for you. We're not going to do all Caps today, but I'm going to tell you right now, we're really excited for DC Sports. Plus, we've got a robot survey. We'll tell you whether or not you would do well as a robot if you were one. We've also got diets from Maddie Potts and Braxton Blue. They want to touch on that. We do want to touch a little bit on Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, which obviously is sad news, but we are mostly going to be cheering and just excited for you guys today. Everybody here in DC, anybody rocking the red, it's time for Luch Dog in the Morning Championship style.
Luch Dog in the Morning.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladotti, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the Morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. We are champions. That is Belly. Look at this guy. He's rocking the red. We're all excited. Congratulations, DC. So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am joined, of course, by my brother from another mother, Maddie Potts.
Greetings and salutations. Congrats, Belly.
Give him the sirens, Potts. Let it rip.
Unmute me.
Let's go, Belly Malibu.
Unmute me.
Congratulations, dude. I am so happy for you and for all of us here with Braxton Blue, the TV extraordinaire. We're happy to be here with you guys celebrating, of course, and you know we're giving away another $100 today. So, congratulations to Jessica Jones. Congratulations to Travis. You guys are already winners. Remember, first-time winners only, but just tell your friends if you've already won. Get somebody else in here. And congratulations. Good luck to everybody in the social media lounge. What are we serving today, Potts?
We have the honey basil chicken sliders on special for $4.20, so we'll be featuring those in the social media lounge because that's just a damn good price, really. So enjoy, guys.
Brought to you by Marinate. Okay,
Yep.
So we've got a lot to do today.
I feel like a bad sport. I'm wearing black. Forget this. This is for you, Belly.
Yeah!
Yes!
Woo!
Yes!
Yeah!
Marinate. Red.
Right now, he's taking his shirt off. He's
You see it.
shirtless, and now he's got his red
Yes.
marinade shirt. Well done, Potts.
Let's do this.
This is why you get on the YouTube and watch us, because you can see us shirtless.
So Belly was downtown last night. And
So was Brax,
So
too.
was Brax. They
We
were
were
all down. So
downtown.
Brax, go ahead and get yourself your microphone. You're gonna need it here. Now we're not gonna do. Yes, absolutely. We're not going to do the whole show on the Capitals. Believe me, I know that this is exciting for us and probably not for 90% of our listeners. However, this is a big deal. I mean, 40 whatever years we haven't had a championship. And before we get into any of this, you'll see.
But to say, never, ever, which I didn't know. They've never had a chip. They've never even been to the Stanley Cup Finals.
They were in '98. They got swept.
Oh, they were
by the Red Machine, that freaking Detroit Red Wings. But
swept. That
That
sucks,
means
man.
they didn't win a game in the Stanley Cup the first time they were there.
And then what I was going to be talking, I was talking to all 4 of the teams. When's the last time? Not 40 years is
1992.
1992 was the last one that we won.
Redskins.
The Redskins won. I was like 10, so I don't remember that. I didn't get to enjoy. So think about that. You guys were downtown. Now, like I said, we're not going to do the whole thing. We do have a word on the bottom of the screen today. It's 3 words. Good luck to everybody. We're just going to give $100 to whoever guesses it first in the social media lounge. However,
right.
Belly and Brax were downtown. If you watch any Sports Center last night, if you watch any of the game, you saw all these live shots of just like thousands of people in the streets.
Crazy.
My question is not necessarily about the game. If you want the breakdown of the game, go look at that anywhere else. It's not what we do. It's not.
I actually have a quick question though.
It's not our strength. That's what I'm saying.
Where was the game? In D.C. or in Vegas?
In Vegas.
But they had a watch party, Potts. They had a watch party at our stadium here in D.C. And 70,000 people tried to get. They said we're giving away tickets for free
to watch in the arena.
To watch in the arena at 1 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock, about 80% of the people, of the 70,000 people who tried to get tickets, when they signed on at 1 o'clock, it said already sold out because they only had 15,000 to give away. Or 15,000.
That's it. And it was loaded up.
Full. And then in the streets is where these 2 were, which was like 3 times as many people. It was
How are they even here this morning? How are you guys functioning to be here in the morning? This is insane.
Pure adrenaline.
Well, so what was it like? Brax, what was it like in the guys? Both of you, what was it like in the stand, like in the streets? Were they letting you guys drink? Like were people boozing?
I literally just had a bottle in my hand and I was ripping shots.
People were, and
where are the shots coming from?
Let me tell you, the Christmas tree smell was large and in
nice.
charge. Last
night lots of pine needles. What? Okay, but where were the shots coming from? Like this is I wanted to experience this in the crowd like this. But this is my nightmare, is that kind of a crowd. I don't like that.
It was like swimming upstream, both ways.
Right. So my question is, like, I want to be able to pee. I want to be able to get a drink. How were those logistics? Could you find a bathroom?
Well, I was in a bar, so I was near a bathroom.
Not when you were in the
times.
streets?
Not when I was in the streets.
That's what I want to know.
When I was in the streets, I didn't have to pee. Eventually, I found a corner somewhere where I may or may not have peed. I'm not going to
Belly, didn't a lot of these people watch the whole game from the streets? I mean, where are these people like?
I don't know. Were the people that are on the steps, I don't know if they're peeing in bottles. I don't know if they're pissing their pants.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing because on the steps,
you're not getting out of there,
to get
right?
out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're not getting out of there. Where are you getting these shots? Brax, are people just handing you shots?
Oh.
I had my own bottle, but yeah, I mean, people are just passing around beers, smoking Christmas trees. And, you know,
it was the whole nine. That was the whole crowd. And like as you're walking after the game's over, literally there's trash just littering the streets. It's an unfortunate occurrence with large crowds is the trash just accumulates. Yeah. But there's broken glass.
Maybe we can have some maybe that'll
everywhere.
Create some temp jobs to clean up some of that. Anyway,
well,
Potts.
Hey, I was walking around this morning. It's clean.
What we need is, well, that's probably because the one-wheel community went out and plus one-wheeled. Now, Potts, you're somebody, now I feel like an imposter today because I'm not a hockey fan. I'm a DC sports fan, but I'm not going to pretend like I've been following the Caps all season. I just now learned all of their names through watching them over the postseason. Right?
Were you not all interested to go just to experience that, you know, just the hype? I mean, even I might be intrigued to go check it out. I mean,
yeah,
absolutely. I wanted to go. I really did. Now, on a side note, which is really going to sound like an excuse because it kind of is, I took a really bad spill on the one wheel yesterday. You can see my elbow is all jacked up.
Yeah.
My elbow's all jacked up. I got my back, like I can't really. You already knew it was bad, and now it's worse.
He came back looking like a 100-year-old man.
Right.
Like he literally was hunched and like he needed a walker.
2 questions. Are you okay? And did you get it on video?
I did not get it on video. I'm not really sure if I'm okay. I'm kind of just dealing with it right now. But I wanted to go down there, but that would have been my nightmare. I can't stand for, you know. That's very good. I apologize for that.
We'll give him a letter.
So, good morning, Social Media Lounge. How are you? Welcome to the show. Let me pull in here and see. Oh, wow. Did Belly flip a car?
I did not flip a car.
Good morning, Rebecca Randolph. The Washington.
That would be such great video. Belly hammered flipping a car. God, that would be great.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where flipping a car may have been an option. Now, the police were pretty responsible of keeping people. There were people climbing street poles. I literally saw someone sitting on top of a red light, and then the
my God.
You know how they have the like things to reduce glare on the lights?
Sure.
Totally snapped off when he was sitting right on top of it.
Well, I mean, to take home Lord Stanley's Cup, like that's a big deal. Like so many people, so many teams want this so badly, and to get to finally do it from DC. Now, I will say, people are asking, what's up with the second word? Brax, can you bring the cursor over and show them the apostrophe? Can they see that on the screen?
I don't know if they can see
I think we've killed that. Right under the Braves helmet, there's an apostrophe. They can't see that, only we can. Yeah. So after the E, it's a blank, and then an apostrophe and another blank. So it's only 3 words. That should help. Good luck, everybody. And now, Potts, are you jealous at all that you weren't here for this W?
I mean, look, I could totally buy into the whole just supporting the state and I think my thing is, though, I just like you, I wouldn't want to go down to the large crowds. Getting in and out makes me really nervous. But not only that, with all the crazies going on, I mean, this is DC. If ever there was going to be an opportunity to have some sort of, unfortunate attack, that would be it, and that would be at the forefront of my mind. And it sucks that that's the kind of state that we're living in right now. But I would be pretty damn nervous. I would go to my local bar in Virginia and just rage and have a blast, and then take a $5 Uber ride home. But I don't know, getting in and out. I mean, you could just watch it on ESPN.
I want to ask Belly that question because that thought came across my mind. I can tell
you right now, Belly rented a hotel room. He rented it. No. The only thing that you could do is stay there.
But my question,
really smart.
My question, and we're going to move off the Capitals here in just a second. But my question is, I thought about that whole, like, if there were to be a shooting, boy, is that a good place? And I hate that I thought that. Did that cross that thought cross your mind at all?
Yes.
It crossed it, and then I said, I don't care.
Yeah, because you don't want to live your life based on fear. I agree about that. But totally boy, like if you were in the steps, like there's nowhere you're going. You're not getting out of that in a rush.
I'll rush him. Him or her. I don't give a shit. I will go after him.
What's the steps?
In front of the stadium.
Go ahead. National Gallery is where, right in front of the Caps Arena, Capital One Arena, is the National Gallery steps.
You know what? Why don't we show the people?
Those steps are huge in like coming out and like supporting the team after big wins. They'll go out and they'll just chant and cheer and gather to like celebrate big victories.
There it is. We'll show it to the people right now.
Right here, you've got like us outside the arena, literally just Ovechkin's about to raise the cup, and it boom.
Oh my god!
Turn the sound on this. Like, let's get this sound on. You want to hear these people?
Start this video over. I want it again. I want it from the beginning. Yeah, do it again. Look at that. These people go nuts. It's right as they're outside. They're looking at the TVs on the stadium wall, and Ovi's about to hoist the trophy. Man. There it is. And these, I mean,
there's so many people. The Capital One Arena is completely surrounded by people, too. It's just a sea of red and insanity. Yeah, and it's the MVP right there also of your Stanley Cup playoffs. But
I don't know, man. I was all about Smith Pelly, but did you guys see the flasher on TV? Says Joe Evans.
No, I didn't see the flasher on TV, but I did hear about it.
The last Caps hockey player name I knew was like Rod Langway.
Hey, that's a good name to drop.
Is that even a name? Give him a new letter, Rex.
That's an absolutely correct Capitals player. And that's a heck of a name to drop because he's one of the best that the Capitals have ever had.
So we are going to put a new letter up there. We're really, really excited for everybody here in D.C. Congratulations. Let's move on. I do only have 5 minutes. We have a little bit of sad news that came across the time streams today. And we don't want to spend too much time on it, but my goodness, did you guys hear about this Anthony Bourdain? Obviously, Kate Spade passed away. Now Anthony Bourdain looks to have taken his life. And that's allegedly, but you know, that just came out.
No, I mean not allegedly. He did. He was found hanging in his hotel room in France, found by a friend.
Yep.
And I don't know anything about a suicide note yet, but it's crazy to me. Like Kate Spade, iconic fashion designer, took her own life in the same way. Her husband was in the house when she did it, and to me. Look, who knows what's going on in these people's lives, but to hang yourself as the method, that is a very scary.
Is that what bothered you about this story? Because when we brought it up in the pre-show, you said this was really like close to home, or you made a comment that made me feel like, wow, we should really talk about this. He has a real opinion. Like what?
It's just happened. It's too prevalent. What is going on? And I mean, that again, it's not like they're taking pills and passing out in their sleep. They are going all in.
But is it the hanging that's what's got you, or just the fact that it's two people so close to each other?
I think that the fact that it's happened. I mean, we had, lead singer of Linkin Park. You had the lead singer of Audio Slave. I mean, like
all the porn stars, August Ames, Charlotte
there's
Styles.
a couple of porn star, adult film stars that have done. And I mean, these. I guess the thing is these are the ones you're hearing about. How many are happening in some podunk town in Detroit that no one's even thinking? It's not even making the local news. And I mean, it's some scary stuff. And it's just crazy because this mental disorder and depression is something that is starting to be actually taken seriously. But like, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing, and it's treatable, and it's manageable, but it's not easy to get through. Don't we have the suicide prevention line up? I think we do have that.
We do. It's, of course, 1-800-273-8255, and they are open 24 hours a day. You can always call for support anytime, someone to talk to. Call the show. We'll love to hear from you, too. We always want to hear
I got time.
all the positive vibes.
Let's go. I got time. I'll talk to you. We'll put another letter. In fact, put another letter up there right now before we go to break. I'm going to work Braxton Blue. He's working so hard today. He just looked at me like, are you kidding me right now? I know, but it's a hard one. It's a long one. That's what she said. Let's do it, Brax. Put new letters out there. Good luck, everybody. Remember, you got to listen. You got to listen for the clues. We're dropping them left and right. I have a feeling you guys are starting to figure out how we do this. So good luck to everybody in the social media lounge. There is your new letter. We will be back after this. When we get there, I will ask you. You're going to take a survey with me. And we're going to find out how well you would do as a robot.
Oh, my God.
You think it's bad? Let me tell you something right now. I took this survey, and I was very uncomfortable.
Back to the robot.
You're about to be uncomfortable with me next. Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what the fuck am I going to eat today? I got the answer for you right here, folks. It's Marinate Restaurant. You marinateyourlife.com. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there. You're going to get yourself some sliders, some bowls, some soups, some tacos, whatever it is, because you know on Tuesdays, those tacos are buy one, get one free. So head over to the Brando store on the corner of Western and Melrose and get yourself some goddamn tacos. Let's go, baby. MarinateYourLife.com. Head over there today for the best food you've never had.
You guys are so hot right now.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Luch Dog in the morning.
Welcome back, folks. Let's do this thing. Oh, man. Belly, why is a championship good for a city?
Well, I got to tell you, what's the biggest thing is it's just the influx of the other thing, and this is why Potts wants LA to win a championship. I know it, because he should just stay open later that day.
Oh, yeah.
I heard stats from some bars in the area. They were doing over $100,000 in a day just at after 4 p.m. from 4 p.m. on.
On game 4, they did an extra $100,000.
Bars right around the arena.
That's absurd. Potts, you killed it during the World Series, didn't you, at Marinate?
No.
You should have.
No. Wait a minute. Weren't you saying you were catering?
We did. We did get people in jerseys that were coming from. Yeah, we did, but it wasn't. It wasn't crazy because we don't have alcohol, but we did get some people that were wearing Dodgers jerseys.
Yeah, and you didn't you cater to the Dodgers or something?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God.
No big deal.
Yeah,
okay.
we had
great for business.
I totally forgot.
Well, so why don't you, since we're on food, why don't you and Braxton Blue tell us what the hell this diet is? We've got about 5 to 10 minutes to do that. What's going on?
And look, I have no basis to correlate the two, but we were thinking about how. We were thinking about how. There's just depression and people are taking their own lives. And I'm thinking, a lot of the solution is to get people hopped up on medications. And I know there are medications that absolutely help people, but going into this documentary that we watched, it's called The Magic Pill. I talked about it briefly last show, but it's about the keto diet. And it's really, part geared to getting off all of these medications is one of the things, is that if you're eating healthy and have a healthy diet, you won't be on these medications. Now, with Anthony Bourdain, the guy was eating some of the best food ever. I mean, that was his job. So, I've no doctor, no right to correlate the two, but it does start with a healthy diet as far as your mental well-being and your body type.
I'm just gonna say this, not to piss you off, but you do get a little preachy when it comes to food. Mm. You do.
Absolutely. I am a total Judge Judy. Absolutely.
So I'm going to give you I'm just gonna go whoop whoop whenever I feel like you're getting a little preachy.
I mean, all I ask
go ahead,
is
let it out.
Watch it. I would really like you and Belly to sit down and watch it so we could get your opinion on it the next show or whenever you have time to do it. That to me would be a really good discussion, because it would obviously be Braxton and I versus you two.
Oh, has Brax already seen this?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what you wanted to do. I'll do that. I give you guys homework all the time. I'll do yours.
Yeah, if you could do that, and then we could have just maybe one segment, educated discussion, and a debate, almost a debate.
Oh, I'd love that.
Braxton was texting me, and he was like, "Dude, I'm halfway through this, and the mac and cheese I just ate, I feel totally disgusting." And I'm telling you,
don't ruin macaroni and cheese for me. No,
dude, I started changing the way I eat halfway through the damn documentary. It's not scare tactics. It's not making you feel stupid. It's just facts and information. That's all
right,
it
let's
is.
do this. So, well, you guys know I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with you guys today, like we always do. Not that this hasn't been a blast so far. I love doing it. Good luck with you guys. Do they need another one? My goodness.
How do you guys not have it?
What's that? Do you already know it, Potts?
Well, yeah, I mean, I heard you say it, so I know it. I can't see any of the letters or anything. So, but you keep saying put up a letter. I don't know how they can't know it yet.
Well, it's only 3 letters.
Yeah, they're doing okay. We'll wait off. Let them guess a little bit. Let's see how they're doing in the social media lounge while I set this up.
They're doing terribly. No guesses.
No guesses. All right.
I have one last question on the hockey thing. Belly, why is it called the Stanley Cup? Like, who is that? A hockey player or something?
So Lord Stanley. Let's see.
What is the whole like history there?
The Stanley Cup is a championship. Let's see.
It's the only. I'll filibuster. It's the only cup. Why don't you get some facts on it? It's the only cup that has all of the teams and management staff ingrained on the entire
management
cup.
Staff.
Yeah,
you get your name ingrained on the cup.
What are they gonna do when it gets too small? When they run out of room.
All right, the names all get engraved on the big bottom half of that cup. So the cup is the top, and then underneath the bottom are those round rings. So when a ring fills up, it's retired into the Hall of Fame. There have 3 rings have been retired into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
So far. I believe they're very close to sending another cup, or another ring up. So every time a team gets put on, every player's name and coach get put on to that cup. So they live on forever on one of the greatest prizes in all of sports.
This is why
I like it.
This is why it's very good.
And they don't get to keep the cup either. They get to keep it for the year. Every player gets a day with the Stanley Cup. They get a full day to just do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Are you serious?
Weirdest things to ever get drank at. Last night, Ovechkin was in the club.
We have the video.
We have the video.
Play the video.
Play the video.
Wait.
Last night, Ovechkin took the fucking cup out into Vegas on taking it all over. He's just letting people touch it, letting people drink out of it. People doing whatever the fuck they want.
But what is the liability on that? Is gonna. I mean, what if someone gets it stolen or someone loses it?
Never happened.
That's crazy.
Never happened. It's high. It's always under watch.
Go ahead and play this video. This is Ovi with the Stanley Cup at the bar. Go ahead.
This is at the club.
Potts, you can't talk over this. Just hang on 1 second. Right now, he's just at the club behind the DJ booth? Is that what that is?
He's like at the DJ booth. He's with Luch Dog.
Is that me?
The equivalent of Luch Dog at the club, just throwing the cup. I don't think he's let go of the cup since they put it in his hands. I haven't seen it anywhere else.
I did enjoy watching him just go around and telling the whole team, let's go take a picture. Let's take a victory lap. Let's give it to Leonsis. That's awesome.
And it's just in the club all night. And you know, Alex Ovechkin in his youth is a known partier here in D.C. Like one of the biggest in all time.
Belly, do it. We got a winner.
Oh, we do.
We got a winner.
Oh.
I'm going to blame a certain Potts on this one for making it extremely obvious, but very good job.
Boom.
Go ahead and play the tunes.
Did I fudge that one?
Yeah, you did, but that's okay. We've got a winner.
I know the answer to that, by the way.
We've got a winner. Belly, do your thing.
That's right, folks. We do have a winner here, and that is Mr. Jack. And he is the correct answer with Lord Stanley's Cup. That's right. And today's episode is brought to you by the Washington Capitals because they won, and now we're Stanley Cup champions. So let's just keep it going.
Congratulations to Jack LaBelle.
Hey, my cousin. Brought to you by, what? Soapbox Sports.
Oh, that's your... No. I want the whole thing. I wait for you to do the brought to you by. Come on, get into it.
Brought to you by Soapbox Sports, where you can find everything from coverage to wrestling, curling, and even maybe the Stanley Cup. So why not you just hop on over to soapboxsports.com and catch it anytime.
Boom. So I'm looking at we've got 3 letters. They have no guesses. This is just what happened. Let's peel it back.
And it wasn't my fault. I actually said Stanley Cup, and Belly's the
Belly
one that
goes,
said
yeah,
Lord
Lord
Stanley.
Stanley's Cup. Let's look into it.
I said Lord Stanley.
So, first of all,
that's the one that sold. It was the sellout right there.
I think we've realized Potts doesn't get to know the answer ahead of time.
I shouldn't know the answer, apparently.
I actually like not knowing the answer because I do like trying to figure it out. Like,
but
what you guys are talking.
It's funny because I'm like, oh, okay, cool. They have no guesses. Potts goes, Now, Billy, I have a question. What is it about when he goes into reporter journalist mode? Tell me about the history of the Stanley Cup. Damn it! Now they're all guessing.
Has not done, I don't think.
Nah, we did the rings. That was good.
It's so long.
I want to have fun.
History is long and extensive and forever.
That ring thing is interesting.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah,
that is pretty neat.
I mean, the fact that you Oshie last night was dedicating the win to his father and saying like, my name's on something so my girls know that their dad played hockey one day.
That's cool.
And like just all about family, everything. And he dedicated the win to his father who has Alzheimer's, which is another horrible disease out there that people battle every day. And he said, this is one I don't think he'll forget, which is a beautiful thing for someone who's battling that kind of disease.
Potts, you are... I feel like I'm just ripping on Potts. I'm just reminding you that we have a theme for today that I haven't heard anything about yet.
I totally forgot. Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's right.
Potts, where's my whistle? These are actually really funny. Belly found these.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Whistle. There we go.
What's the theme?
Okay, so hold on. I'm all over the damn place now. The theme is strange city names and states. So first one, Burnt Corn, Alabama. There are a few legends about how burnt corn got its name. Some say settlers burned the Indians' cornfields. Others say Indians burned the settlers' cornfields. Either way, conflict between the two groups climaxed in the Battle of the Burnt Corn in 1813, which the Native Americans won. Good, yay for you, because white people.
Corn. All right, so here's the question. You guys know, are we good on caps?
I think we're good on caps.
I think we're good on caps.
One last thing, I think the all caps hashtag is really fucking stupid.
No. I mean, it's the we are all caps. We are all capitals.
It's not working for me.
All right, let's move it on.
Also,
What's on Potts' fridge is the question from the social media lounge right now.
We've been over this. Jeez.
Yeah, it's an ultrasound from my baby girl.
Yeah, what's up? That's Daddy Potts right there. You didn't know?
Catch up, Mo Jevons.
All right, so listen, let's start the show.
Go back and watch the episodes.
I'm going to start the show. Half an hour in, we are done with caps.
Jealous?
Maybe.
God, I'm so happy. It's just hard, folks. We've been waiting for this for a long time. But listen, I've been playing a video game that I had to turn off.
Yeah, you had to turn it off.
I had to turn this video game off, Potts. It made me so uncomfortable. There are
The robot Detroit.
It is
game,
Detroit
whatever.
Become Human. It is a game that is supposed to make you feel like you're the robot. It's supposed to give you the feeling as if what it's like to be a robot and then treated like shit, especially by crappy humans, right? So like
Humans are the worst.
Well, they purposely tell the story through the robot's eyes, where they're a robot for a really shitty human being who's like beating a kid, and you have to just sit there and watch it, and then make the decision as the robot to break protocol and become a deviant, and then become a fugitive, or to just watch it. It's crazy. What, Brax?
Why are we on this now?
Because I'm moving on from Caps. I got a whole thing on this.
Yeah, but we've already done this.
Oh, no. You don't even know where this is going.
The story continues?
The story continues.
It's even deeper. Lucha's fear of robots is growing.
No. This happened to me, and I was like, oh, I have to do this live on the show. What happened was, as you go back, you pull out of the screen, right? When you back out of the main game, and you go back to the main start screen. There's a woman. And it's such good graphics that you're like, it's like watching a Pixar movie. It's not like a video game. It's like watching Toy Story and having a character talk to you. And the woman says, hey, remember that survey I've been asking you about? You think you got a second to take it? She keeps asking you about this survey. So finally, I'm like, what the fuck? All right, fine. I'll take the survey. It's 10 questions, and I want to ask you guys these 10 questions. And then they give you the answers by percentage of what the world answered. And the questions made me extremely uncomfortable. Question number 1.
Let's do it.
I will go Potts first. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
No.
Belly?
No.
Brax?
No.
My answer was yes. 66% of the world was yes. 16%. Only 16% said no. 18% said I don't know.
Of course, I don't want a robot that looks like a human, because then I have to sympathize because it looks like a human.
No. What about Westworld?
Yeah, I don't want it.
You wouldn't do that? You wouldn't have a Westworld girlfriend?
No.
Would I have sex with a robot that looks like a human?
Having a relationship.
Probably. Not a relationship, but
yeah, that's a good distinguishment. That's pretty good.
I'm sure most people would say, yeah, they would have sex, because if in your mind, it's like Shallow Hal. If you're seeing a person that's gorgeous, isn't that all that really matters?
That should be all that matters.
Right.
And that's why it's not would you have a relationship, it's would you consider. Moving on. Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind? Belly?
Yes.
Brax?
Absolutely.
Potts?
I think it already is.
Yeah.
I think we're already getting there very quickly.
From the world, 72% people say yes. Only 72. 18% said no. 10% said I don't know.
And I mean, even in the form of like, hacking and stuff.
Pictures.
I mean, that's
wait. Don't see, guys. Hold on. We got to coach at the same. Not at the same time. You do it. You do it. You do it. Go.
I could. Yeah, but I can't hear. So.
Well, guys, we do this twice a week.
All I'm saying is, fuck those people that said I don't know. Who doesn't know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's like already happening, and you have how many times do you get these emails saying, "Oh, sorry, Target, your credit card information got hacked." I mean, that's technology turning against us.
Which one scares you more? Something like that, where something got hacked by your information is out. Facebook gives your information out, or Belly, you open up your email and you see a response already pre-written from Gmail because it read your email. Like, I don't like when I go into my email and somebody says, hey, we can't wait to work with you. Here's send us a contract. And I get 3 options and it's like, sure, I'll send it right away.
What?
You guys don't know that? That happens.
No.
Gmail gives you predetermined quick responses that are based on the words in your email that you're reading.
Yeah.
I don't like that, man.
Creepy.
And they're like spot on accurate. Like, obviously you needed to know some of the details to make that happen. How do you not think technology is going to possibly...
It's already ruining us.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be? A book, a cell phone, pen and paper, a console, or an instrument? Belly?
I don't know.
I'm going to read those again. A book, a cell phone. It's going to
escape off the island because I would just call and get off.
Like I just fucking said, there's no goddamn cell phone tower in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay, sorry. I have a crappy connection. Speaking of technology, my internet connection really sucks, and I keep going in and out, so I did not hear any of that.
That was actually our internet connection.
So, I would do the pen and paper. That was an option. I'd probably do that because I'd start writing and
There are comments from the social media lounge. It sounds like there's no way you can just watch this girl get in trouble as the robot character, and you have to try to save someone. What you don't understand about this game is that it's a choose your own adventure.
You're literally who the fuck is choosing not to save the girl?
Agreed. I get that, but what I'm saying is, yes, of course I saved the girl, but it's a choose your own adventure, and they tell you, they do a very good job of letting you know, you make the wrong decision, you can lose characters and you can't get them back. They will die. So, like, and it's slow. It's got all this buildup, so you really start caring about these characters. And then all of a sudden, the girl gets kidnapped, you get your mind erased, and then you get reset, and it says, you have 10 minutes, find the girl. You don't even know your own name.
Then you go. Right. Then you go.
Yeah,
you
but Belly, if I don't find her in 10 minutes, I lose her. She's dead. I'm telling you guys.
Well, then you better step up your fucking game.
Possum Grape, Arkansas. This name is not as weird as it sounds. Possum grapes are actually a kind of grape native to the southeastern United States. Yes, they do grow in Arkansas. The name really would be weird if they didn't. Another funny theory, though, suggests that the townspeople couldn't agree on whether to call the town Possum or Grape, and argued about it for almost 20 years.
Brax, do you consider yourself, by the way, an instrument was the top answer, do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Yes.
Belly?
What was the question?
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Currently, yeah. I mean, for sure. I could live without it.
Potts?
Well, I'm sorry, what was the question?
You guys. It's third time. Do you consider yourself... I'm cutting that audio up. That is happening. Yes, what are we smoking right now?
I actually haven't smoked weed in over a week, FYI, on a side note. But
good for you.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Oh, well, yeah, totes.
You know what? If they're not listening, neither are the listeners. I'm going to change it up. Let's go to a break, and then I will tell you all about the guy I want to punch in the face. How about that? We'll just punch somebody in the face in a story. How about that? That'd be better. I mean, we can keep doing robot survey, but I feel like it's bombing.
Nah, forget robot survey.
It's bombing. We're out of here. No more robots. We don't care. Joe Evans says he welcomes his new robot friends. So thank you. Social Media Lounge, popping off. I love you guys. Keep it up. We'll be right back, and I'll tell you all about the guy who deserves a punch in the face right here at Luch Dog in the Morning
at litmradio.com.
So hot right now.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Fucking show. Welcome back, folks. We are back, and we will be off the robot topics, and we are done with the capitals. So strap it on, because we're talking about other things.
That was a great Luch impression. That was a great Luch impression.
Very good. Braxton Blue, TV producer extraordinaire. You are watching the show if you are on YouTube right here at TTR Studios. You're watching through his eyes. So thank you, Braxton Blue. Belly Matt LaBelle, our wonderful co-host in studio, Matt Uraditsky. It's the one time I will say his name. His real show name is Matty Potts. He is the co-host across the land in LA. So folks, I don't know how Belly... You would have been fine with the situation because you probably get this at the bar all the time, but I think Potts might have cut somebody. Might have cut somebody. And he's also in customer service.
Depends. I have my breaking moments.
Tell me about, and I don't want to get into too many details, so I'm going to keep this real general to get this off the ground. tell me about the guy you were telling me about yesterday who was hitting on the girls at the bar.
Sure.
The best way that you can tell that story.
Well, one of my biggest I'm a high level of awareness at the bar and behind the bar. And one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to one of my biggest things that gets me riled up is when a man is very persistent with a woman who's not interested or women who aren't interested and is overly aggressive at times. And it is one of those things. And it's even then, it's when people just interject themselves into, you can try and get in. But as soon as you're shut down, and when I see the shutdown, it's all of a sudden my ears are perked. When you see someone get completely closed off, you just want to make sure that they're going to be in the right way, not bothering these people at any point anymore.
Could we say that it's not the persistence that bothers you, it's the lack of awareness from this person?
Yeah, they can't see that they're completely getting shut down,
right? And
then you can tell, and then I can tell when a female guest starts feeling bothered by
and he's not feeling the bothered feeling from the guest. That's the problem. Potts, do you have an example of just like, maybe I don't want to tell something that's real about like in Marinate, but like, does that ever happen to you? Like a customer that just clearly has no awareness of what's going on?
I mean, are we talking about with a female or just in general?
No. Just about awareness. Like they come in at 8:05 or 8:58 and you close at 9.
All the time. It is so annoying. And so, look, we get a ton of people that are new, and the first thing they'll be is like, I'll say, hey, what can I get for you? And they'll say, this is my first time. So then I have like my whole spiel that I go through. But like, yeah, you just get people like that are so clueless. And I'm like, dude, come on. And like, they don't realize like we're trying to get people in and out in 2 minutes. And they just, I don't know. It's like the idiots that go to McDonald's and then they stand in front of the cashier and they're looking at the menu. It's like, dickhead, the menu has not changed in 40 years. Like, what are you looking at? And it's just really annoying because it's like, dude, come on. And it's like, people just asking, like, I don't mind answering questions because we have people that like have, I'm gluten-free, blah, blah, blah. But when you're like at McDonald's and the person's making $10 an hour and it's like, sir, we have hamburgers and French fries, and none of it's real meat. Like, why are you asking me? Like, if you have that many questions, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Very good, very good. So I'm gonna tell a story of what just happened to me within the last 6 months. I've been waiting. I've been sitting on this for a day, like a rainy day like this. Man, I don't know how you guys would have responded, and maybe it'll spark something that took place in your guys' life. But wow, listeners, you guys, this is for you too. Can you imagine this? As a wedding DJ, you're setting up, once the people go to the cocktail hour, they're out, outside on the patio or they're in one room, but then we're in the main reception room getting it set up. Like we're flipping the room over. So you've got the DJ getting his stuff all ready to go because after the cocktail hour, what comes next is the entrance where I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you divert your attention, please, it's time for the announcement of the wedding party. And then I announce everybody and they come in. I got to get all the names. By the way, some of these names are like I asked for phonetic spellings, but these are really tough names for this wedding for whatever reason. So I'm sitting here, I'm trying to study it. The caterers are walking around like with chickens with their heads cut off, trying to get everything ready in time, getting all the salads out on the table. You don't realize when you go to a wedding, when you sit down at the reception, the salad's already out. The glass of water's already poured. There's probably already champagne in the glass. Like, that shit doesn't just happen, folks. Like, we got to put that out there while you're in the cocktail hour. And by the way, not our first rodeo. Been there before. We are all on a system. I want you to imagine 311.
Can I just say,
yeah.
I'm already furious with where the story is going. I'm already upset.
As the ceremony took place outside, everybody went in. There's 3 situations.
All the people working the event. Working is the key phrase there. We're inside setting shit up. Now, the cocktail, there's location A, B, and C, and this is a typical wedding. Outside is where the ceremony is going to be in location A. 50 feet this way, we're going to have over at the patio, and inside over here is location B for the cocktail hour, and then location C is inside over here at for the reception. That's how it works. Location A finishes. It's 95 degrees. It's humid AF. This 55-year-old guy comes over, and by the way, once everybody leaves that ceremony, they go to the cocktail. I work by myself. I've got to get over to the cocktail to start that cocktail playlist on that speaker. So I'm not just like sitting here like a guest
having a wonderful time, walking and chilling. I got to get over there and start the music. And this guy comes to me and says, I'm working.
You're at fucking work.
I'm working. I'm not a guest. And the guy said, but listen, for anybody who's listening, potential like brides, I do a good job of making it feel like I'm a guest. I want you to feel like I'm there having fun, which I am. So this guy comes up to me. He must be 55 years old. And he goes, you have DJ tonight? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And he's like, cool, man. Do me a favor. I will pay you to play no EDM. Okay? I'm already getting paid.
That's where you say $300.
And he goes, I've got $30 in my wallet right now.
$30
fucking dollars.
Okay. Now look, that's a tip from a guy who's a guest at a wedding. That would be awesome. But I'm not listening. I spent a year putting this wedding together with this couple.
Right.
You want me to come and cater your choices for $30? They're paying a lot of money for this. And they spent a year putting these song choices together. And this guy says to me, seriously, man, all these young kids these days trying to say that they're making music on the computer, like that's composing music. Give me a break. There's no feel to it. Give me Creedence Clearwater Revival any day. He's wearing me out. I'm sweating balls. I gotta get over to the cocktail hour, man. Can you just fuck?
I mean, no, that's when you say, sir, you have to talk to the bride and the groom. I work for them. Have a nice day and you move on.
No, and I can't do that because that's what brides and grooms don't want that. I'm like the bouncer. You don't want to throw them under the bus. I should be taking all of the brunt. And I'm fine with that.
I understand that, but I was you say that knowing that he's not going to go do it. I mean, if he goes and does that, that's on him, man.
That's where you take his $30 and then you drop the fucking beat.
That was so good. So anyway, I mean, he doesn't realize that he's talking to the DJ.
Have him come back and get that $30 from me. Fuck him.
Come ask for it.
Yeah.
So he's talking to me, the DJ, about how electronic music is bullshit. Way to go, guy. Good judgment.
Great. You're old and you hate EDM. Join the fucking club.
So it's so hot. And he goes, and we finish, and finally I'm like, all right, cool, man, yeah, and I'm walking with him, and then finally I'm able to break off. I go to the cocktail hour, and I put the music on, and everything's fine. And this happens all the time. The guy's having a good time. I don't get offended by that. What I get offended by is when there is an air-conditioned room set up for cocktail. If you want to be out on the patio, you can be, but there's a huge room full of air conditioning if you want to be inside. He comes into the reception room where we are all doing shit, and he says, hey, yeah, I'm just here with the DJ, my buddy. Great, because the caterers are looking at him like, hey, yeah, no guests are allowed in here. No guests are allowed.
No.
And so he's like, yeah, I'm here with the DJ, right, DJ? And I'm just like, okay. He starts telling us how the room should look. He is literally pacing in front of my table. Look at me. This is how I look, okay? I'm looking at my computer and I'm studying hard. I want you to imagine my last name is Carluccio. Imagine if I had to announce Carluccio, never having to see that. I'm going to want to study it. Of course, I've been studying it all week, but it's right before it's about to happen. I'm putting it in my brain. I'm like locking it in. And this guy is pacing back and forth in front of me 2 feet. And he is just popping off every song that he wants to hear that goes into his head.
Dude, but you can't.
Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama.
Why are you giving him a platform to talk? Be like, sir, this is a closed area for now. I need you to leave. We're in the middle of preparing. Like, that's when being a nice guy gets you nowhere in that situation.
Coming. No, it's coming. It's coming. In fact, that was a pretty good one. How would you tell this guy to leave?
I'd say, sir, I'm sorry, but we are in the middle of something right now where we're getting everything ready. I need you to go back outside.
That's pretty good. You do this for a living.
Immediately.
You do, and so after the third one,
I don't get aggressive unless he starts saying no.
I gave him 3. After the third one, he goes, because he's just sitting here and he goes, oh, Sweet Home Alabama. That'd be a good one, right? That'd be a good one.
Sir,
don't stop believing.
The
Play
last
that at a
6
wedding.
months developing the playlist with the bride and groom. It's already predetermined. I'm sorry.
No.
Get the fuck out.
It's not songs are choices that the bride and groom make, but no playlist is set during that time. It's ready to roll.
Some people do set playlists. You'd be shocked. Some people
and this guy doesn't know if that's true or not, and it's none of his fucking business.
Right. And so anyway,
but I'm saying if you say that, it ends the conversation. Be like, sir, I have a list of songs that they have approved,
that's what I'm getting.
That ain't one of them.
I'm getting to. So the third one.
I told you this shit gets me pissed.
I knew it was, and that's why I'm telling it. I knew it was going to fire you up. The third one, Belly does this too. He does this every day at the bar. After the third, Sweet Home Alabama would be good. Hey, why don't you play Journey? Don't Stop Believing. I just go, hey man, you know what, dude? You need to leave me alone. Like I'll enjoy I appreciate the input, but like I'm studying here, dude. I got work to do. You got go out there and get out of here, man.
You're lucky because I would have said if you don't think I'm gonna play Don't Stop Believing, you're a fucking idiot.
Right. And I did it in a way that was very like, listen, man, I love it. You got to get the fuck out of here. Like you got to leave me alone. And literally after he goes, oh, okay, cool. So he just starts pacing.
You should have started playing an EDM song right then and there and just not even looked up. That's the go fuck yourself.
Now remember, nobody's in the room except for the caterers and me and him. And and he starts talking to the waiters, the waitresses, the caterers. He's saying, yeah, I'm just that kind of a guy where I'm not comfortable unless I'm helping. I'm not comfortable unless I'm helping. That's great. You're still not allowed to help in here. This is our space. You're right now backstage for 311.
Right.
Wearing out the singer of 311 saying, you know what song you should play off your first album? I bet the whole crowd would love it. Like
I would totally fucking do that too. I don't give a shit. Nick, I haven't heard Tribute in 10 years. You need to play that song.
Right. Exactly. So I just can't believe it.
I can't believe you let him I
gave him 3.
I would have helped out the whole group and gotten him out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gave him too much leeway, man. You got to nip that shit in the bud.
I gave him the 3. And then I gave him very clearly, you need to leave me alone.
Not a you. He needs to leave everybody alone and go the fuck back outside.
So underneath the table, the head table, okay? The head table for the bride and the groom. They have these wooden block letters. They're probably styrofoam, but they're big. They're like 2 feet tall each. And it says M.R. and M.R.S., and that's it. It's just Mr. and Mrs. in big block wooden letters, individual letters. Well, he decides that he doesn't like the way the S in Mrs. is sitting, and I feel like it's going to fall. So now he's folding up like tissues and stuff and putting it underneath the S and then telling the owner of the venue, I don't like the way this looks. I feel like it's going to fall. It's probably, I think it's a lot more sturdy now. I fixed it for you. And she is so upset. But
does this guy have like a mental disorder or something?
This is more common than you would think. People at weddings think that they are there for that the wedding is there for them. They just, for some reason, it's like, look, I cleared my schedule. I drove an hour out here. I spent the money. This wedding's for me. I better have a great time. And it's like, dude, you're a guest. And this is when it got bad. She couldn't do anything because we're all in customer service. So she goes, thanks, sir. Yeah, no, we'll probably end up kicking it over at some point of the night anyway. But we've done this before. Thanks a lot.
Right.
She goes into the kitchen. He does something else, goes to the kitchen door, and there is a cake, like the head caterer.
It'd be great if you served chicken right now, even though it's not on the menu.
Oh, I see a cake falling over.
How offended would you be right now? You're the head caterer. You're not the owner. You're the head caterer.
Yeah.
And you're at the door, in the doorway of the kitchen. The venue owner is in the kitchen.
It's a completely private area that one should be in.
Right. The owner is in the kitchen, probably hiding from him. And this guy comes up to the door of the kitchen looking for her. And the main caterer goes, I'm sorry, sir, is there something I can help you with? And he goes, yeah, I need the lady who's in charge. I mean, at that moment, this head caterer was like, you need to get the fuck out. And I mean, I
said that?
No, she didn't. But I went over and I was just like, hey man, we got this under control. Okay. Can you're making everybody stressed out for no reason. Like, can you help us out? Can you just go into the other room? And thank God he did. And the owner, the catering staff, they all came out to me. Round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you. What is wrong with you that you think that is your place? What's in this guy's mind? Like, it has to be.
I'm totally stressed out right now. That story.
I'm anxious.
Like, really.
Like,
yeah.
I'm shaking. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, you probably just ruined my whole day, right, by telling me that story. I get so fucking annoyed. And honestly, bravo to you, because you really did handle it great by saying, look, you're stressing us out. Can you just please leave? I would have said it probably the same way, but way sterner and probably, inappropriately. But yeah, fuck, man.
I got somebody in the social media lounge who I actually did work their wedding, and he said, my wife and I did. We also said no requests, and Luch handled it amazingly. Thank you, Mo Jevons. I had a blast at your wedding. And yeah, he's right. What a jaghole. This guy is just, I could not believe it. So if you go to a wedding, just remember, I realize as you get older, you don't want to have stuff to do on the weekends. In a wedding, even though you're having a blast there with people, it's something that you have to do. You got to get there. You got to get all dressed up. Okay. These people spent like 20 grand on this wedding. They spent at least $150 on your plate of stupid food.
Right.
Okay? They didn't have to do that. They only have so many people. And believe me, some people got left off of that list. So just remember, when you go to these weddings, it's not about you.
Never.
Right.
Never, ever.
Right. $150 a plate, so that $20 gift card from Target isn't sufficient as a gift, you dickhead.
Give it to him. Oh, C-A-P-S.
Caps.
God, we had a good time with you guys today. Congratulations, Washington, D.C. sports, baby. Potts, get us out of here, man.
That's all I got. I'm all fucking fired up now, you assholes. But have a good weekend, guys. And you can kindly, that guy at the wedding, you can kindly go fuck yourself.
There you go. Matty Potts finishing strong.
How nice of you to give him a kindly.
Yeah, it's not even kindly. Just GFY. Belly, get us out of here.
Man, what a day, what a night, what a place. Let's go, Caps. We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rex.
Go Caps, baby. Ride the wave. Let's go.
We're just happy. We're so happy we haven't had this. Like, imagine, like, if you're a Patriots fan, you get this every single year. Well, you know what? Now it's our time. We'll see you from the parade, baby. It's all right here from TTR Studios. Thank you, guys, and congratulations again to Jack LaBelle for winning $100 PayPal to your account right after this show. We'll do it again Wednesday next week, and of course, the voice of One Wheel on Tuesday. But for everybody right here at TTR Studios, it's Luch Dog in the morning.
At LITMradio.com.
See you guys.